Well, what a way to win the series today. I thought we followed yesterday's game with another complete, consistent ball game in all areas. It all starts with Matt Clark. Probably had the best start of the year for him. He just continues to do what he does. I thought our relief pitching was really good. Owen threw the ball well. Had a big strikeout, throw him out to end the 8th inning. Carson, outstanding, even with runners on base, competed, did a nice job. Offensively, had 11 hits today, scored 6 runs, played error-free baseball. So overall, just another complete game for our guys, and won the series today, which is awesome against a really good club.
Coach, second time that Clark's gone seven innings deep. You didn't get a lot of that last season. How much of a luxury is that for you when you can have a starter go that far?
Well, it certainly is a luxury on Saturday. You know, the middle game, if you can get a deep start there, it allows you to use your bullpen on Sundays. So, again, we'll have to kind of monitor and look and see how Owen feels and how Carson feels. Should be able to get Holt back in a short spurt tomorrow. But, you know, with Matt going as deep as he did, it does leave us some options. We also have Weatherly available, who has not thrown yet. Hennessy hasn't thrown yet. So we've got plenty of options in the pen. But Matt's just been outstanding. He's been extremely consistent for us. And, you know, he's a huge reason why in the last few weeks since he came into the starting rotation, we've won the series that we've won.
I thought it was an interesting call there in the 5th inning. Having Wilkie sack bunt when you had corners with 1 out. We expect Coach McDonald to play small ball, but kind of unusual for you. Just take us through that decision.
Yeah, it's a safety squeeze, so it's a really good play with when you have first and third. You're trying to bunt the ball to the first base side of the infield because the first baseman is holding the runner. If he bunts the ball to the first base side there, the runner from third is going to score, and the runner from first is going to have to vacate to field the ball. So oftentimes you're gonna be able to get a hit out of it along with a run. We just didn't execute, so it was a double play situation, and we felt like it was a great call. It's actually a play that we work on a good bit. We don't do it a whole lot, but it sets up pretty well when you got first and third with 1 out. If you can bunt the ball to first base, it's a free run. They can't defend it. The safety squeeze is the hardest play in the world to defend. You know, Wilkie just bunted it right back to the pitcher.
Of course, Bird made it pay off for you with a big 2-out single to score both runs.
Might have been the biggest hit of the game. You know, quite honestly, it's a 2-out hit right there to score 2 runs to give us a big inning. That was a huge at bat for us right there. And you look at how again they stormed back right there at the end of the ball game. A lot of times the last 3 outs of the game are the hardest to get. So you just look back at some of those at bats. Bird's at bat, 2-out base hit to score 2. Birdie hit another home run. Sam Hall's at bat, 2-strike base hit, scored a run, and then Breyer's home run there late in the ball game in a 2-strike count against a tough reliever in Hoeing. All of those at bats were big for us. So you know, overall it was one of those days we really had to compete on all sides of the ball to be able to hold them down, and we did that.
You mentioned putting together those good at bats. How encouraging is it to see your guys come out and put up 11 hits against a staff like Louisville?
I just think our offense, seems to be getting better and better. I think the quality of our at-bats over the last few weeks, you look at our at-bats at Boston College, you look at our at-bats last weekend at Virginia Tech, you look at our at-bats this weekend, it just seems like our at-bats are becoming more and more competitive. We're not throwing at-bats away. I think our lineup we're able to stretch our lineup out a little bit more. We're getting good production 1 through 9. Different guys are stepping up every single day, so it's extremely encouraging.
Louisville likes to run a good bit, but you guys have pretty much shut that down so far this weekend. Is that more kind of can you attribute that to?
The big thing for us there is we're aware that they run. Coach C and our pitching staff, they do a tremendous job of being quick to the plate, which makes it tough to be able to run on us. If you look at our stats over the last 4 years, teams don't run on us very well, and that's because Coach C just does such a good job of forcing our guys to be quick to the plate. And you got to give Kyle Wilkie some credit too. Wilkie threw out a couple runners today and some guys that could really run in some big situations to strike them out, throw them out in the 8th inning. That was a huge play. Got to give Wilkie credit, got to give our pitching staff and Coach C credit for being quick to the plate. Our guys are well coached with runners on base.
How much does momentum play a part in baseball for a weekend series like this against a really good opponent, and how do you carry that forward into Sunday?
Momentum is always your starting pitcher in the game of baseball. You can win a game by 10+ runs, and if your starter doesn't give you a chance, that momentum's gone. So the momentum is always in our dugout if our starter gives us a chance, and that's the key. Offense is contagious, but momentum all starts with your starting pitcher. So Matt Clark did what he did today after a big win on a Friday night for us. He kept the momentum in our dugout based on how effective he was against our lineup today.